Hi, this is L.PoornimaDevi, Assistant Professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. So in that last class, we have to discuss about what is data structure and what is the use of data structure and what are all the data types we have to be used in our data structure. So these are all discussed. What is a linear, non-linear. So all have to be discussed in that last class. So today I need to explain about what is array implementation in list. So we have to, our first unit will be in list. So what is list mean? We have to store the elements in a list format. So either we have to see in a playlist. So what will be accessed to next? So this will be implemented as an array list. So we have to store the element in a list manner. We have the connection between the two elements. So if I want to store the three new songs in a particular playlist means we have the connections between the each and every songs. So that is list. For example, we have to store the element. In an Excel sheet that should be in list. We have to focus the values what has to be come at next. So that has to be told as a list. So in that list we have two implementation. First one is array implementation and then second one is linked list implementation. So now I see about what is array implementations. So in this I have to discuss what is array. So array is a continuous memory allocation. So we have to store the element in a, what is list means? List is a sequential order of our data. So in this we have to implement the array, that is continuous memory allocation of sequential data. So that is array implementation. So we have to store the element in a continuous order. If I want to add the element 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are all my element means I have to store using an array that should be a continuous memory allocation. So 7, 8, 9. So it can be either an int or 2 bytes or 4 bytes, anything it has to be kept. So it will be a continuous allocation. So its address is 100 means, so address is 200, 102, 104, 106, 108, 110. So this is array implementation. We have to store the sequence of elements in a continuous order. In this we have to use any data type, that is same type of data we have to be used. If I need to store the integer element means we have to only use the into elements. So this is array implementation. So in this array implementation we have to face two problems, that is for insertion and deletion. So first one is insert operation. So insert operation, if I want to insert a new element at middle, that is I need to add a new element 3. So what is the position of element 3 means second position. I need to add the element in second position. So I need to empty that box. Okay. So if I want to add a new element 3 at in the second position means I need to empty that particular second position. That's why I need to shift the remaining elements to the left. That is 4 will be the third position and 6 will be in the next position, 7, then 9. So I need to shift the remaining all the elements to the next position. Then that element, that second position will be free. So I need to insert a new element at a particular position. So this is one of the problem, that is inserting at middle means you need to shift all the elements to the left. So this is the first problem. And the second problem is if you want to insert a new element at a last means, so if I want to add a new element at last, that means I already include all the elements, what type and what is the size of that particular array. If I need to add the sixth element means I already allocate a space value for that elements. So if I need to add a new element means there is no space for that particular element. So this is the insert operation difficulties and also the delete operation difficulties, that same thing. So if I want to delete an element at 4 means that should create an empty space. So array is a continuous memory allocation. So the empty space will be arised at the middle. So these are all the problem have to be occurred in this array implementation. So to avoid this problem, we have to go to the linked list implementation in this list. Thank you.